Hey guys, what's up? It's Savannah. Welcome back to another episode of My Thoughts Exactly. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I hope you all are having a great week thus far. And if you haven't, guess what? It's Friday. You did it. It's the weekend. You made it. Happy Friday, you guys. We need to talk. We need to talk about the title. We need to talk in general. And we're going to do that in today's episode. The title of today's episode is not clickbait, and we're going to talk about it. It's not clickbait. This is the last episode of My Thoughts Exactly. And it's crazy to say that, but we're going to jump into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about why this is happening. We're going to talk about what's going to happen next. We're going to talk about what you can expect from me, because you guys, this is not going to be the last time you see me. Are you kidding me? Let's talk about this though. This is the last episode of My Thoughts Exactly. And there's a couple reasons behind that. And I want to just be very transparent with you guys. I want to be really honest with you guys. And I want to let you know the reasoning for why this is happening. And truth be told, you know, I'm very lucky to have the opportunity to work very closely with an amazing network who I've been working with for so many years. I love the people that I work with. I love my team. I'm so grateful for them. And I think that both of us have really just mutually decided that My Thoughts Exactly has kind of run its course. It's a business decision, but also a personal decision. If I'm being very honest, I also too do think that this podcast has run its course and it's come a little bit full circle, and I'm ready to step into the next phase in the next chapter. If we're talking just very bluntly and very honestly, from a business perspective, it also makes sense to move forward and shut the chapter that is My Thoughts Exactly. If we look at both of my podcasts and we look at the stats and we look at the analytics, Killer Instinct just does better. Plain and simple. It just does. The views are better, the engagement's better. And My Thoughts Exactly definitely took a little bit of a hit when we transferred it over to its own individual channel and did not stay on the combined platform of Savannah Breimer. I think that that's just, it's very, you can see it. It's evident. It's not a secret. It's there. You can see that. And I think that I also have decided, like I said, from a personal standpoint, it makes sense to shut the chapter on My Thoughts Exactly and move forward. And we're going to talk about what that looks like as well. I know that this is probably coming as a little bit of a surprise to you, because I mean, it was a surprise to me. If I'm being very honest, I didn't expect My Thoughts Exactly to end now. I definitely felt like the time was coming. I felt like I was getting to a point where I was ready to explore what else I could do in the lifestyle space and still be connected to you guys. But I know it's a surprise to you because we were just here talking last week, just doing a chit chat as we always do. And to be honest, I've known about this for about 2 weeks. And so I've just had time to process it and think about, you know, new ventures. And I have to say, you guys, I'm so excited for the future. This is not like a sad thing for me. I'm not, you know, distraught over it. I'm not heartbroken over it. I'm so proud of My Thoughts Exactly. I'm so proud of what we created here, the family that has stayed so strong for about 7-8 years that I've been on the internet. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so blessed just to be able to sit here week after week and talk to you guys. When I look back at the trajectory of what My Thoughts Exactly has been, we've gone through so many phases together. We've gone through so many different things together. You guys have seen my engagement. And then if we backtrack from that, you guys have seen just honestly the beginning of my relationship. You guys talked through with me moving in with Hayden. You guys have seen the trajectory of my timeline in my own relationship. You also have heard me talk about my previous relationships on this podcast. I've gotten I've gone into detail about what has happened in the past. I've done story times on this podcast. I've also talked to you guys about, you know, the way that I feel. I've talked to you about the issues that I struggle with, body image and pressure. And we've seen a couple crash outs on this podcast. We've seen a lot, and you guys have been there with me through all of it. And I'm so, so grateful for you. And I'm so grateful for this period and this chapter of my life. My Thoughts Exactly, we've been doing it for about 2.5 years. And I'm so grateful. I'm just, this to me, like I said, it's not sad. I'm not upset. I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude for being able to sit here and talk to you guys week after week and connect with you guys and keep that connection going. I've always said that the people that listen to My Thoughts Exactly, they listen to My Thoughts Exactly. You guys keep up. You're always in the comments. I see your names. I know your faces from your little profile pictures. Like, I know who my core are, and I know this family that we've created, and that's not going anywhere. And we'll get to that in a second. But I just want to acknowledge the gratitude that I feel for you guys and the family that we've created here. I'm so freaking grateful for you. And not only for just My Thoughts Exactly, but for being on this journey with me since 2017 when I started my YouTube channel. Like, when I decided to do My Thoughts Exactly, it was because, you know, if we take it all the way back, if we go way back to 2017, I started in the lifestyle space. I started doing playlists and drive with me's and get ready with me's and vlogs. Like, that was my bread and butter. And then about 6 months into my channel, I opened up the door to doing true crime, and that brought in a whole new demographic. So I was combining lifestyle and I was combining true crime. And then Killer Instinct started in 2019. And it was in 2020 when my relationship ended, my last long-term relationship. And I remember not even being able to pick up a camera. I remember that Killer Instinct was really the only thing that got me through a lot of those hard times. And I was slowly weaning off lifestyle. And after a while, I really missed it. And I missed being able to connect with you guys, because at the time, it was easier to talk about someone else's life. It was easier to report on true crime cases than it was to open up the camera and talk vulnerably about my feelings and what I was going through and all of the different stages that were happening at that time. It was such a transformative period of my life. And I just felt like I wasn't able to share that with you because I just felt like I was trying to figure myself out. I just felt like I couldn't even really be honest about the breakup that I had gone through. And that was traumatized. I mean, I use traumatizing loosely, but like, that was a lot to handle in and of its own. And so it just felt almost like dishonest. And then over time, when I moved to Nashville, I realized how much I missed this part of my life. You guys have grown up with me. You've been there with me since I was 20, and I'm now 28, and I can't imagine a life without you. And that's how I felt 3 years ago. It's how I still feel now. And that's when the idea of My Thoughts Exactly was created, because I've always loved podcasts. I love a podcast platform. Obviously, I love Killer Instinct. And I thought, why not transfer, what I was doing previously in the lifestyle spaces and create a new podcast and incorporate the What Would Sav Do's and the, not the Get Ready With Me's, but like the favorites videos and the heartbreak pep talks and all of those things. Why not marry the two? And that's when My Thoughts Exactly was born. And I was so excited. I was ready to hit the ground running, and we did. And I got a lot of positive feedback from you guys. And when I look back to see the transformation that I personally have made, that's a really cool thing about being on the internet, is being able to see the progression of myself. I look at videos from 2.5, 3 years ago, and I'm like, who is that? Who is that? That is not me. And it's crazy that it is, because it is me. But it's a crazy thing to look at yourself and kind of have, those TikToks or those videos that you see where parents take a picture of their kids every day and they watch them grow. That's how I feel. I feel like I have a scrapbook of myself over the years, and being able to watch myself evolve and transform and grow is truly one of the best gifts that I don't think people talk about enough when it comes to being on the internet, and just being able to see the progression of yourself and the involvement of yourself. And where I was in the beginning, when we started out My Thoughts Exactly, I had been living with Hayden for about 2 months, 3 months max. And we had just gotten church, and I didn't know if it was going to work, to be honest. I was like, let's just see how this goes. And You guys gave me an outlet to be able to come here and freely talk about my feelings, freely talk about what was going on in my life and in my world, and also gave me the honor of being able to navigate you guys through whatever was going on in your life and in your world. And I have felt such a close connection to you guys from the very beginning. And even though it's me talking to the camera and I'm talking to myself technically, I feel so strongly that I'm talking to you guys. Like I know you guys so well, and I know I just know our relationship. I know our connection, and I'm just so grateful for it. And to see where I was when we started My Thoughts Exactly and to see where we are now, I am just very, very proud of how far we've come. I'm proud of the personal evolution that I can see within myself and within you guys, the ones that have been here from the very beginning. Do you know how much I love the comments that are like, I've been here since XYZ? Like, even if it's literally a year, it's like, damn, like that's so cool. It's really cool to see. And it just makes me so happy because it makes me realize like how much of a family we've created here, and being able to riff off of each other's comments and just go through life together when a lot of it is uncertain and a lot of it feels uncertain. It's been a really, really, really amazing journey. And I keep saying it, but I just feel so much gratitude for being able to have this journey up until this point. And it's not stopping, you guys. We're going to get to that in a moment of like the what's next. But I just wanted to emphasize that there is not a world that exists in my near future where I'm just going to abandon this. And while My Thoughts Exactly is coming to a close, I have many new business ideas. And when I say business, I just mean like new ventures that we're going to go on together. And I am so excited. I can't even tell you about them yet, but trust me when I tell you, good things are coming. Great things are coming. Like amazing things are coming, and amazing things are happening behind the scenes. The wheels are turning, and I can't give you an exact timeline just yet, but when I tell you, I'm so excited to share with you what I have going on and what is coming next. You guys are going, you guys, I wish I could tell you, but it's coming, and it's coming soon. So just be on the lookout, because that is happening. I have a very new, exciting venture that I've been working on. Truthfully, it's been in the works for years. It's been in the works for many years, and it's just kind of gotten to a point where I didn't feel like it was the right time to do it. I just felt like I had a lot going on with my own separate channels, my own separate podcasts, and it just didn't make sense. But now it makes sense, and I can't wait to share this with you. So definitely be on the lookout, because announcements are coming. Exciting things are coming. I don't even think you guys are going to expect what I have, because it's going to be similar yet different to anything we've ever done. And you guys, you're going to freak out. I'm so excited. So I have that, and I can't give you too much information about that. But when I tell you, you're going to love it, I mean, you're going to love it, because I've been working so hard on it. We have been working for such a long time on it, and I cannot wait to open that door and officially tell you what that is going to be. And I know that that's so annoying. We talk about that all the time, about like how annoying it is when people are like, I have something really exciting, but I can't tell you. Yeah, no, but I'm serious. I can't tell you, but it's so cool. And I'm just really excited about it. I think it's going to be really interesting. It's unlike anything that I've ever done before. However, falls into a similar vibe and sector of like what we've done in the past. I don't know. It's hard to explain. So I'm going to put that like off to the side, because just know there is something very big coming, something very exciting coming, and I can't share it with you yet, but it's in the works and it's happening. So we're going to put that over to the side. But let's talk about the future of this channel and what that is going to look like, because I don't want to let this go. I don't want to let you go. I don't want to let this family go and this community that we've created. I feel like some of my favorite content to make has always been lifestyle. And I always felt like when I was like 21, 22, 23, I was like, what am I going to do? Like when I get a little older, and like, am I too old for playlist videos? Am I too old for drive with me's? And I've just realized like, no, no, I'm not. And that's not an excuse to not do what I love, or that's not a good excuse to not do what I love. I'm not letting you go. I'm not letting this channel go. this is not going to be a podcast channel anymore. And this isn't like a My Thoughts Exactly channel. It never was. I posted vlogs on here a little bit. I haven't had the time, if I'm being honest, with 2 episodes of Killer Instinct that we do a week and an additional My Thoughts Exactly podcast. Like, I just haven't had a lot of time to be able to dedicate, like, also doing a drive with me and editing that and posting that, or also doing a playlist video, editing that, posting that, all of these things. Like, I just haven't been able to really focus on creating quality lifestyle content. Like, even the vlogs, like, I'm not super happy with the vlogs that I've done in the past, if I'm being very transparent. I've done them because I've wanted to do them and I wanted to put out other content just because I love it, but the quality of them hasn't been something that I've like been obsessed with. So as far as the future of this channel, don't go anywhere, because I'm not going anywhere. This is still going to exist. My Thoughts Exactly just won't. And that's okay. That is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing bad about that. We are going to continue to move in a lifestyle direction on this channel. I created a lifestyle channel from scratch again. I can do it. This isn't like a matter of like, is this, what is this going to be? This is going to be the stuff that I love. This is going to be me again. This is going to be where I come to you. We're still going to do What Would Sav Do's, by the way. We're still going to do all like the favorites videos, all of the stuff, the heartbreak pep talks, all of the stuff that we talk about on here is just going to be done on my couch with a glass of wine rather than in this chair with a mic in my hand. Does that make sense? That type of stuff is not going anywhere. It's just the podcast format we're going to take a step back from for a second. That's how I see the trajectory of this channel going. So I see it going in the way of where I first started, which is kind of making it a full circle moment, starting from the heartbreak pep talks, the playlist, the drive with me, the get ready with me, the vlogs. I want to go back to that. I love that. And I love Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct is my baby. I've been doing it for 6 years now, and I'm so obsessed with it. And I love what I do, and it gives me purpose and meaning, and it just means so much to me. But I also just miss chit-chatting and yapping and like talking with you guys and showing you what's going on and what I'm doing. And I just feel like that's where I see the direction of this channel going. And if you guys are willing to stick around for that, I would be more than happy to have you. I would love to have you throughout this next chapter. Like I said, nothing is changing other than the fact that we just won't be doing things in this format anymore. The podcast format isn't going to be there anymore. There may be a time down the road where I say, you know what? I want to do My Thoughts Exactly again. Or you know what? I want another lifestyle podcast again, just me. And I want to sit there and I want to chit chat and I want to revisit this. We might get there, but I just feel like for the sake of me and my own personal journey, I have felt like I've done all I can do here, truthfully. And it is a mutual decision of, ending My Thoughts Exactly. It's one that we talked through and discussed together. And I have felt for a couple months that it was coming to an end. I just felt it energetically. I felt it in, my mind, my heart, my soul. Like I just felt it that this was coming to an end. We're wrapping this up. We're wrapping up this chapter. And by the way, I know that I have so much wedding content coming, and you should know I have so much wedding content coming. The vlogs, so much wedding content. We're still going to sit down with a glass of wine and chit chat about what you want to know in like the wedding world, or just catch up. Like we're still going to do all of that. And I just feel like it's really important to emphasize that, because I don't want you guys feeling like if I'm not sitting down with a microphone, then like we're not going to be able to have these kind of chats anymore. That's not true. That's not true at all. If anything, it'll be a more unfiltered version of me, because I oftentimes feel like when I have this microphone, I just kind of like, it's unfiltered, but it's a little polished. I don't know. It's going to be a little bit more of a rough around the edges version of me, instead of one that's a little bit more, sitting here and turning on my camera and turning on my mic. And like, I love it, trust me, but I just feel like I'm ready for more. I just feel like I'm ready for the next chapter, and we're still going to do all of the things, and we're going to do even more things. It's just, again, not going to be in this format. I don't know what the uploading schedule is going to look like. I'm going to try and do once a week for either a drive with me, or maybe even twice a week if I'm feeling crazy, but I don't want to promise anything yet. But what I can promise you is I'm not going anywhere, and I hope you aren't either. And I just wanted to sit down this episode and reflect with you guys on everything that we have done over the course of the past 2.5 years. Everything that we have talked about, every good, bad feeling, emotion, all of it. I remember being so excited, starting My Thoughts Exactly, and now we're ending My Thoughts Exactly, and I still have the same feeling of excitement for the future. I'm excited for the future of this channel. I'm excited for the future business venture that I can't really tell you about yet, but you guys are going to love. I'm excited for the future of Killer Instinct. I'm just excited about the future. I can't wait to bring you guys on the journey of like the wedding content and doing wedding vlogs and all of the things. Like, I'm so excited for that. I don't want you to think that that's not going to exist just because My Thoughts Exactly doesn't exist. So please know that. Like, I'm still here. I'm staying. Just My Thoughts Exactly. We're moving on from that. If you loved the lifestyle stuff that I created in the very beginning of my channel and want to see that continue, stick around because it's not going anywhere. And I just wanted to thank you guys in this episode. I want to thank you guys for allowing me to do what I love and allowing various different versions of that, Killer Instinct, My Thoughts Exactly, regular lifestyle content. Giving me the opportunity to do what I love is something that I never, ever, ever take advantage or take for granted? Yeah, that's what it is. I never take it for granted. I get so excited to be able to say that this is what I do. Anytime someone asks, I'm literally so excited. I love bragging about you guys. I love talking about, what we've done here and what we're continuing to do. And I'm just so happy with what this journey has been over the past 8 years. When you're in social media, it can kind of be unpredictable. You have high highs, you have low lows, things ebb and they flow. There's good, there's bad. There's a lot going on. And I just feel very fortunate to be able to still be here after 8 years. Like, I feel like that's even of it in itself, like something that is an accomplishment. And I'm just really, really grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for you allowing me to have the platform that I do have. And I just want you to know that we're continuing on this channel in that direction, and stick around if you want to be a part of that. And I hope that you do. And I just love you guys so much. And I feel I'm so at peace with this. I really am. Like, I feel so good about what's to come. I feel so good about wrapping up this chapter of my life, and always being able to have this to look back on is something that's going to be so cool. Again, I feel like that's something that doesn't really get talked about a lot when it comes to being on the internet and like having an online video diary. Like, that's what this is. And having that to look back on is something that's really, really special to me. And I don't know. I'm hoping that you guys understand where this comes from a little bit, or at least I hope you understand that this is an okay thing, that I'm at peace with this decision. I hope you guys are at peace with this decision. And I hope you're excited about what the future is going to bring. And, this isn't me stepping away. This isn't me, calling it quits. This isn't me shutting down this channel. This is just me moving on. And I want to do that with you guys. And it's still going to be just as collaborative. It's still going to be, I think that that's one thing I want to touch on is I always talk about how much I love being able to like talk with you guys on this podcast, whether that's like What Would Sav Do's or like favorites videos or unpopular opinions or like all of those things. That's still going to stay. It's just, like I said, it's just not going to be on a mic. It's just going to be me and you just chit chatting, probably in my kitchen with a glass of wine. And it's going to be great. I love you guys so much. And I'm trying, I feel like, you know what I feel like? I feel like this is like me sitting like a kid down and explaining that we're getting a divorce, but like everything is going to be fine. But like, I promise you, like that's kind of how I feel like the tone of what how I'm talking is like going. Cause I'm like, I love you guys so much. Like this isn't the end. Like we're still going to go. Everything's going to be fine, you guys. I'm so serious. I would never step away from this. I can't. I don't know how to, truthfully. Like I don't know how to do that. So with that all being said, you guys, I hope you understand where this is coming from. And I hope you're equally as excited as I am. I'm looking at this as a refresh and a restart. And I think Symbolically, I think it's very interesting that this is happening while I'm kind of in this chapter of my life where I feel like I'm stepping into a new one personally as well. Like I'm stepping into getting married and like that chapter of my life. And like I said, the wedding content will be coming very soon. But I feel like this is all aligning. And you guys know, I'm such a big believer in everything happens for a reason and timing and how things happen the way that they're all supposed to and that they all are, things all just happen the way that they should in the end. And I think that this is a perfect example of that. And I'm feeling very, like I said, at peace. And I hope you guys are as well. And again, I just want to thank you for giving me this space for the past 2.5 years to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, because that is what we've done. And you've seen me happy. You've seen me upset. You've seen me mad. I don't know if you've seen me mad, maybe a little bit. You guys have just seen a lot of different sides of me and a lot of different phases and stages. And I'm so lucky. I feel so lucky and I'm just so excited for what's to come. And I hope you guys are excited for that as well. And I love you guys so much. And I appreciate you for being here for the past 2.5 years. And I appreciate you wanting to stick around. And I appreciate all of the times you guys have sent in a what would Sav do, or all of the times you guys have wrote in for an unpopular opinion or a let's chat. All of the times you guys have shown up for me. Like I'm just so freaking appreciative of it. It's funny. I went to VidCon last week and I had my Killer Instinct live show, and it's always so it's just such a surreal feeling. And I feel this way every time I meet one of you in person, but to see people sitting there listening to me, and it was for Killer Instinct, but to see people sitting there listening to me talk about a case. And granted, I know that they're there for the case itself. They're not there for me, but to just, you see people. Like you're seeing a person. And I think that when you're online a lot and you look at numbers and analytics, like it's hard to actually remember that these numbers are people. Like even though I'm so connected to you guys and the family we have, and like just that connection is so strong, but it's hard to remember that like when you look at these numbers, like, oh, each one of these numbers represents a person. And then you see these people in person and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I get to do this. Like, this is amazing. This is the coolest thing ever. This is what I've always dreamed of. You guys are quite literally making my dreams come true. Like it's crazy. And being able to have that here as well is just such a surreal feeling. And every time I get to meet you guys, I feel the same way. And I just can't wait for the future. I really can't. I'm so freaking excited for what the future is going to hold, what's going to happen next. And I hope you guys are ready to go on this journey with me. I do want to say, I don't know if there will be a video. There might be a video next week. Because like I said, we're jumping right back into it, whether that's a vlog or just an update, or maybe it's a get ready with me. I'm not quite sure yet. I have a couple things on the calendar that I want to incorporate you guys into, and they will be posted on this channel, but stick around you guys, because like I said, I'm not going anywhere and I hope you aren't either. But yeah, that's kind of all I have for you. It feels weird ending this, knowing that like it's this weird double-edged like sword feeling, because it's like, okay, I'm ending this podcast and this is like the last time I'll do this outro probably for quite some time. But I also know that I'm going to be back like in a couple days or next week with a brand new video, and we're going to like kind of like just act like, it'll be like it never happened in a way. And it just feels weird closing out this episode. But I love you guys so much, and I can't imagine my life without you. I'm indebted to you forever for allowing me to do what I love and giving me the platform to sit here week after week and talk with you and share with you. And thank you for bringing a side out of me that that only comes out with you, to be honest. It just does. And I love you guys so much. And I'm so grateful. Can't you tell? Take a shot every time I say grateful. But I'm so lucky, and I just feel so excited for what is to come, and I can't wait to bring you along that journey with me. So we're saying goodbye for now to My Thoughts Exactly, but I'm not saying goodbye to you, because I'll be back next week. So I'll see you then. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.